me understand you who just wore the White Lives Matter t-shirt, which all lives matter, okay? But we already know that their lives matter because it's pretty much shown every day. So what are my friends at? Oh, let me guess. Even Kim K spoke out against you, in my opinion. She says she's standing with the Jewish community. No one's willing to stand by you in your ignorance. Some whether they agree or disagree that's anti-Semitic or not. But she made her statement. You know, the woman who's pure, your ex-woman. So you have no friends is what it's looking like to me. You already tried to team up with Fitty. And Fitty already told you. He said, Naker, you hot. And he also said, based on the report, that'll be a separate video, STFU, shut the heck up. So I don't know if the white friends have abandoned him, you know what I mean? But now you feel the need to apologize to the Black community. Only after you apologize to the Jewish community. So I'm guessing you have no friends, so you want to circle the wagon and go back to Black. That's how I interpret it. Check it out, people.
So when I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people. It hurt the Black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. So when I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people. It hurt the Black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
You have a knee on your neck. George Floyd had the knee on his neck. What was it, 9 minutes? He died. You're still here. A knee on your neck. What Adidas has done. What did my father say? You've been here all this time. Like you would do something like really silly, kind of stupid. He would say, you've been here all this time and don't know how things work. Further, he would say, you've been here all this time and you haven't what? You haven't learned those people yet. That's what my dad said. Yeah. You've been here all this time. He also said that. And you haven't learned those people yet. Really? Who has a brand? Who has business contracts, more than likely with a morals clause? Who has that? Who opened up their mouth? Whether you agree or disagree, you don't have to say everything you think. I would like to say some things right now, but I won't. I've said some things on this channel about the Dusties. About Dusty Black Man. My husband, he's Jewish. Oh, well, you shouldn't say that about the brothers. Oh, I just don't want to hear you say that about the brothers. I'm talking about the Dusties. Yeah, but still. So we have a difference on that. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, yes. You consider him a Black man's friend. I'm very serious. I said, that old dust bucket did this. Well, honey, that's a very harsh word to say. Maybe that young Black man had a circumstance. Yeah, he didn't want to work. That's what. Well, they need to get some factories for them so they can have a job and pay them a decent wage. So see, we have a difference here. I kid you not. All the recording, y'all might be getting mad like, what? But seriously, when you're out there, especially a little person like me, I can say pretty much, but when you're out there, you still have one of those people, yeah, you don't understand the assignment. So let's be real. When you made those comments about black people and said slavery was a choice, they didn't drop you then. So he's like, oh, it's fair game. Well, you're talking about your own, not them. No, I don't recall anybody saying drop Kanye then, drop Ye. I don't recall any business deals being severing their ties with him. And I saw it in the comment section, which I hadn't heard about. A dangerous place. I'm paraphrasing here, so I'm not saying verbatim. For a black person to be in the mother's womb. Whoa. And when I saw that in my comments, I was like, what? I had to go and find it. So a shout out to the person. I'm like, I had no idea he said that. And then I found it. I was like, wow. That was far worse than what he said. What? Really? No one severed any ties with him then. So he probably felt I'm talking about my own like that, and it's okay, it was acceptable. But see, other people, they protect their culture. Yeah, they do. They're going to protect their culture. They're not self-hating. Who sabotaged with him when he made those comments? Anybody? Nobody. Business still roll on. So then, let me guess, you get the big head and the little chipmunk cheeks. You think, oh, I can do whatever I want. I'm Kanye. Well, you're going to learn today. Your hand, your money is tied to them. You don't run the show. White lives matter. All lives should matter. But in this country, all lives don't matter because there's a separate accountability. If we're going to be honest, even in the BC, black lives don't matter. That's why our people behave the way they do. We kill out the black business owners. The men abandon the children. Sometimes women are picking just any old man to have a child with and then wonder why you're sitting up there sad, broken, blue. Because you chose a dusty boo. We even have some women harming the children. So you want to apologize to the black community? Who would you apologize to first? Because you caught that heat. You caught that financial heat. From what Adidas did, but what about what you did? Who got the party started? But that's it, love, attention. Because somebody put a mic in your mouth doesn't mean it's always time for you to speak. Think before you leap, learn to control your beak. So now you want to apologize to the black community. Maybe, just maybe right now, maybe he's listening to someone. Because I've seen this kind of before. And there's no people, you can't tell them nothing. They already know everything. What does it sound like? You can't tell me nothing. I better listen to somebody now. Hence, in my opinion, is here comes the BP, the black apology. Dude, you're a little late. Can you imagine what $2 billion could have done for the black community? Look at that guy. I think his name is Shea Butter. $2 billion. So many black teachers have been fired. And I'm not talking about just recently. Past couple of years, I've seen this trend. Do you know you could have just set up, you don't even have to do a full-fledged thing like Umar's trying to do big time. But you could set up like even executive suites. Heck, I know if I can afford it, I know your behind can afford it. You could have set up executive suites throughout the country with black teachers. Hell, pay them $100,000 a year. Get the best and brightest out of the public schools. Those who really want to learn, get them out those darn public schools, arrange for transportation, get a central location, pay those black teachers who have been shut out the system, who care about the children. You could pay them $100,000 a year, and then you could have a small classroom size and have those teachers to teach those kids in this arena. Set up a foundation, college guaranteed. You could do that. But you did. $2 billion? Are you kidding? Then you would have black teachers make $100,000 a year. That should be everybody's salary, $100,000 a year across the board. Teach our children. I can show you what to do. Doesn't have to be a big school. You can have executive suite, just have the kids go there in small groups and learn. Have a foundation, seek donations, and then pay for their college. $2 billion. The heck it could. You know how many single mothers, some working 2 jobs, kids obey or beating trying to learn to make something? You could buy a complex, and I would just go small. Lease out to them. You know, we're not just taking anybody, okay? If you got your son toting a gun, he's not coming here. You can do a development plan, lead to home ownership. We're not just taking anybody with a little TT. No, we're going to have to go. We are going to check you out, baby mama. Yeah. $2 billion. Look at the money Goldman Sachs is putting up to help Black women to close the racial wealth gap. You couldn't use $2 billion to help close the racial wealth gap. Why? You don't care to. Goldman Sachs is white. Kanye is Black. Who invested in Black women? It is what it is. $2 billion? Look how many think tanks, Black businesses you could have had. $2 billion? But this is your king. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes about the group and the mentality of the men. Successful, broke, rich, poor, and indifferent. It speaks volumes. So now you done learned a lesson. They're letting you know, and you can interpret this however you would like. They're letting you know who's the boss and who's the boy. They're letting you know that. And now you want to thank God. Now you want to put out to the Black community, my people. This is how they always do. Watching they'll play sports and then trick the money off with Becky and Jaweki and whoever else. Down and out, back to Black. When they do something whack, it's back to Black. So yeah, apologies a little bit late. Listen, if there was no penalty to pay, if this hadn't developed, he would have never apologized. But see, circle the wagon. Where you said white life matters, what are they? To rally around you. Everybody sees the self-hatred and stupidity is on display. You don't want to circle the wagon. Now you want to play circle back. You did something whack, now it's time to circle back. I'm going to give my people. Oh, now it's time to go Black. That's okay, I'm going to pass. So in closing, let me know what you guys think of this apology. You're just on a losing streak. And now you're trying to climb your way back into the good graces. And if that doesn't work, now I want to get with my people. I already told you, homeboy. I don't know what to say. White life matters straight from today. You ain't having it your way. Let me tell you why. They don't love you, babe. Sorry, yeah. You can be a millionaire, blonde in your hair, but they still don't care. Let me tell you why. They don't love you, babe. Sorry, yeah. You can Very clear, okay, ain't like that on display. You ain't having it your way. Listen to you, why? They don't love you, babe. Sorry, yeah. They don't love you, babe. Sorry, yeah. I don't care what you say. Why I found a shirt on today? You ain't having it your way. Let me tell you why. They don't love you, babe. Sorry, yeah. They don't, you can be a millionaire, prolonged in your hair, but they still don't care. Let me tell you why. They don't love you, babe. Sorry, yeah. They don't love you, babe.